Well, fill it with gas, fill it with oil.
That's open. Exactly.
Got no buzzes, no flashing lights.
I don't think you want to apex the ones on these roads anyway.
One side looks like an old rubber band. Tell it our problems and it understands as we roll along the highway. We all drive yellow guys.
Hey YouTubers, how's it going? It's Friday, the day after the American Thanksgiving. I hope everyone's well and gotten over their overindulgence yesterday, whether it be wobbly pops or too much turkey and ham and whatever other food you got going. Just finished up at the Rona. I dropped my wife off this morning in the middle of downtown Winnipeg for a one-day of training course she's on. So I took the opportunity to throw the trailer on the back of the van, and I picked up the drywall and insulation I need to do the garage this weekend. So it's another good load, much like the weight of the loads I was carrying when I was getting those pieces of metal for the portable garage. Except this one loads a lot easier because all the drywall and everything sits flat in the trailer. So that helps. With the trailer being 4'1" by 8'1", everything drops in nicely. So I put a tarp down and 16 sheets of drywall drop down flat, and then 4 sheets of 3/8 OSB or chipboard or whatever you want to call it. I think they call it OSB now. And 6 bundles of insulation, some vapor barrier, some screws. So it's a good load, probably 1,000 pounds. I was thinking of oh, shit for brains. What was it? Oh, okay, let's see if it comes back and how long it'll take. So let's run the stopwatch on this. What was I talking about? The overloads. Oh, the overload springs. When we redid the trailer, I was going to take the spring packs off and take them into a spring shop and have the overloads re-arced, so they did contact immediately. But then I thought that's going to make it ride rough, bounce a lot harder. So I think the block, when I jam wooden blocks in between the leaf and the overloads, it works great. And by having them removable, the trailer rides nice and soft, and it carries other light loads really easy. So maybe keeping it the way it is and just having removable blocks is the way to go. So far I've made the blocks out of like 2x3s or 2x4s and just made them like a wedge. And I think the better way to go is going to be to make the blocks removable, but because they bounce out sometimes, I'm going to find a way that I can affix them to the main spring pack, so they stay in place before the load is put in place, because sometimes when I'm hauling a load I may have those in place And that's where I keep losing them, is they're there. I unload the trailer so there's no weight on the springs, and I start driving home and the trailer bounces and away go the little wooden blocks I put in there. So that might be the way to go. Just make it so I can tie them to the springs somehow with maybe a bungee cord or something, a couple of bolts with a wing nuts or something. Because the wood isn't going to compress that much. Mind you, the trailer, it bottoms out at about 1,000 pounds or 900 pounds or something. And when it bottoms out, oh, something's going on. I see the our new Life Flight helicopter passing by just to the north of me here, so they're picking somebody up. Changed the subject briefly, and I lost my train of thought. Gonna be one of those days. Oh, the trailer bottoms out at about just maybe 1,000 pounds or so. But when I say it bottoms out, the axle, it's a drop axle, and where the drop is, it contacts the frame at about 900 to 1,000 pounds, and when it contacts the frame, it basically becomes a trailer without suspension, which isn't the best, but you know, there are utility trailers out there that don't have suspensions on them. And when it bottoms out, I still have an inch clearance on the wheel wells, between the wheel well and the tires, so the tires don't rub. They never do. You know, it was well thought out when the guy built it, or when he modified the axle for my dad to make it a better system for my dad to use. Anyway, I'm going to shut down and do my little 20-minute drive home. There we go, one load of drywall.